Welcome to this lesson about a beat. Today we're going to find out what a beat is, how many beats per minute, different types of beats, and how to make a beat. So let's begin with what is it? A beat is a rhythmic movement or is the speed at which a piece of music is played. Let's take a look at a couple examples to understand what exactly a beat is. In order to find a beat, you could use the beat of your heart. So if you place your hand over your heart and you listen to it tick, that would be considered the beat. Another example would be the face of a clock. If you stare at the clock and you listen for the ticking sound of a clock and you hear that little tick, that would also be considered a beat. Now, let's look at beats per minute. In order to find the beats per minute, you have to count how many beats are in 1 minute of a song played at a specific tempo. By doing so, you can quickly determine the beats per minute, or the BPM in this case. There are different types of beats. Some beats are considered fast and some beats are considered slow. Let's take a look at the difference between the two. A fast tempo is determined by how many beats per minute there are in a song. For example, 150 beats per minute could potentially be considered a fast beat. However, a slow tempo with a song that doesn't have as many beats per minute would probably be around 80 beats per minute, which would be considered a slow beat. Now that we know what a beat is and how to find the beats per minute, why don't we try creating and making our own beat? This is a great program called Splice Beatmaker. Let's open Splice and make a beat together. I have placed the link here for you to click on. At the same time, let's determine what we want our beats per minute to be and show what a fast beat versus a slow beat sounds like. Now, this is Splice Beatmaker. As you can see here, there is a beat that's already been created. If you click on this drop down here, there's a ton of featured beats. So this one shows that the beats per minute for this song is 146. Let's play it and see what it sounds like. As you can see, the beats per minute being at 146 is quite a fast beat. However, if we choose a different song, say for instance this one here, this beat only has beats per minute of 130. So if we play this one, you'll notice that it's a little bit slower than the previous beat. Now, let's try and create our own beat since we've looked at a couple. Let's hit clear. Alright. On the side here, you can see the different instruments that you can choose from. And by clicking on each one of these, you can make the sound that you'd like to appear at a certain time of the beat. For instance, if we click on 1, that's where the first beat will make the sound. Now, I'll click on 5, and 9, and 13, and 17. Now, I'm going to play this so you can hear what it sounds like. Let's move on to the second instrument and create something a little bit different. Alright, and we move on to the third one now. I'm trying to make it so that my beat sounds a little bit similar throughout the whole thing. Let's try this and find out what a beats per minute of 155 sounds like. So as you can see, there's two arrows here. If you click the arrow that's up, it's going to take your beats per minute higher. However, if you click the arrow that's down, it's going to take your beats per minute lower. I'm going to start with 155 to show you what a fast beat would sound like. Now that's a pretty fast beat. Let's try and slow down our beat and bring it down to 90 and play it. One more time. As you can see, by changing the beats per minute, we can either have a fast beat or a slow beat. And once you're done with the beat that you want, what you can do is you can actually save your beat. Now, one last thing before I let you go. Say you don't like some of the sounds in your beat. You can easily click on it and get rid of those sounds on your beat. So if I play this one more time, you'll notice that it's going to sound a little bit different because I took away 2 beats, 2 points that I didn't want. And there you have it. That is how you make a beat on Splice. I hope that this lesson has taught you a little bit about beats. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.